Hey guys, Ricksaw here, and welcome to Update Monday as I move my chair to a better position. On the 28th of March, I've just got back from Wales. I was at my parents' house for the weekend for Easter. My grandparents had come from France, so didn't really have a choice in coming down. Not that that matters, because I got a lot of chocolate, which I didn't eat because I don't eat chocolate, and some wine gums from my brother, so that was fun. Yeah, so I haven't really done any recording or study, or well, I have done obviously studying, but not really. The minimal studying, minimal gaming. Well, not minimal gaming actually. Did quite a bit of gaming. Because I recently got XCOM 2. I got that last week from a source who wishes to remain unknown. But thank you very much. I'm really enjoying the game. I've been playing through my first run through. I'm the kind of person who plays XCOM without resetting my saves. So if I lose soldiers, then I lose soldiers, and that's that. I've been doing shit. So my first playthrough is not going too well, but I know where I've gone wrong, so I can do better in my second playthrough. And I was really thinking and debating, and I was talking to my brother about it, of potentially doing an NLP for it, a narrative let's play for that game. Obviously, my Crusader Kings 2 Red Emperor NLP was quite a lot of effort to put into it, and I sort of burnt out on it and got to episode 9. I got to a really nice stopping point for it. I mean, I could carry on, but I thought it was a very good stopping point. I've got an episode 10 planned, as I've said many times. People around me know that I've got that plan because I've done a lot of stuff to do with it. And yeah, so I just need to put it together at some point. But I'm focusing on my studies, which is why I'm back here. Because everyone's on holiday except me. I've got midterm in 2 weeks' time. I've got another 2 weeks of studies. I have a history assignment to do in 2 weeks, as well as still got all my lessons. I've got exams coming up as well, so fun times, but that's the way that education works. I'm not too bothered about it. I mean, this is what I do, and I enjoy doing it. It's just that for some reason my university is 2 weeks behind everyone else, which isn't too bad. Because, I mean, our holidays are nicer, I find, than everyone else's, as in a nicer place, but everyone else is so delayed that, like, I never see my brother. For example, like, the only reason I saw him this is because it's Easter, and I made the effort of coming back, because he's on holiday, so, yeah. I never see him, so there we go. But, yeah, we had a good time. Other than that, I've not really been doing much else. I've been playing a lot of XCOM 2, as I've said. Played some more tanks with my brother. I really enjoy that game. I had a really good session with my brother, and I forgot how much I enjoyed it. But the thing is, I can't play it here because my ping is a bit all over the place because of my internet for some reason. Very strange. I also ordered a lot of PS4 games a few weeks back. I don't know if you remember. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it either on streams or on my Update Monday. And I've got them now. So they're next to my PS4. I pretty much doubled my amount of games very, very quickly. So you can expect to see maybe some gameplay of that. I will be playing through them at some point. I've also, at Christmas, and I'm really pissed that this happened so far away from when I got the thing. On Christmas, Matt got me this book, Tales of Treachery. It's a collection of short stories by either people who play Crusader King. Well, I mean, everyone who plays Crusader King is too. But like authors or amateur authors or whatever, who do, and the really short stories to do with the world. And like, there's this really funny story about King Ivar of Ivar, because he's renamed all the counties Ivar, and it's very, very funny, and it's really, really well written. There are some stories in there that are written a bit, I think, when I started reading it through the stories, and I got the book originally, I was really happy. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I've already read half of it through my coach journey here. But I thought it was going to be just stories from players on the amateur level, but a lot of the authors in there actually like either semi-professional or proper professional. Some of them are award-winning authors, and it's like, it's not as real, because I find even though those authors might dabble with Crusader Kings 2, it's really the players that give the better stories. Like the one with King Ivar of the Duchy of Ivar, of the Kingdom of Ivar, who named all his sons Ivar. He, like, that story was made by a player rather than a player, not a total amateur author, rather than a professional author, and it just felt so much funnier and so much more real. Well, not real, but as in the kind of thing that you would see in a Crusader Kings 2 game. Well, there's a lot of things in some of the stories that are researched as if they were properly writing a historical novel. There's this one story about the female popes, which, I mean, you can't get in the actual like game at all. I mean, it sort of made sense. I mean, and at the end of every story, there's like in proper history, and then they give you a proper like what actually could have happened, what possibly happened. And there are some of the stories that aren't really Crusader Kings 2-y, but more historically what ifs. I mean, they're really enjoyable to read. They're very enjoyable to read, but they're just a bit weird. If you can hear in the background, my housemate is actually rehearsing for his presentation tomorrow, so I apologise for that. But I won't be too long more. I've just uploaded several videos. I uploaded on the weekend actually my showcase Skaven, which is my only Warhammer army that I've showcased, because I used to play, well, I still play High Elves, but they're just too shoddy. I don't want to show them. But I've got 3 more showcases coming up, which should be coming up after this video is up, because I will be uploading this straight away after I do it. And then at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and at 6 o'clock there will be my next 3 showcases, which will be all my 40k armies. So even though that's not really to do with Warhammer, it is for Warhammer 40,000, which is the science fiction one, which is cheaper technically, because you need less models to make a whole army, and is funner in my opinion. Well, it's not funner, it's just the one that I enjoy playing more, and more people play it, so I enjoy playing it more. But I really enjoy Warhammer Fantasy, and I say that a lot. Yeah, I've been also linked several times the Warhammer videos that have come out for Total War Warhammer. Bloody hell, the siege battle with Heinrich Klimmler by Darren, and with Joey commentating. I looked at that and I was like, well, this game is pretty much just going to be insane. I'm so looking forward to this game. I also was in a tournament very, very, very briefly. For those of you who, well, I mean, it's not been showcased on my channel at all. Also, the sun has just disappeared. Don't know where the fuck it's gone. But I was up against Legend of Total War in my first game. We had a fun battle, but I mean, I'm not very good at the tournament scene at all. I'm not a competitive player when it comes to Rome 2 or Attila. So I was always going to get a negative start against anyone, because I just don't know the units, and that's no one's fault but my own. I'm not blaming my tools. I am not a tournament player. When it comes to Warhammer, when there will be tournaments on that, I will most likely be more adequate for it because of my knowledge of the tabletop. So because the models in the game, in the tabletop game, will be represented in the CA's Total War, this, for me anyway, it will be more likely that I'm more able to face up against players like Legend of Total War. But in this one, I just totally got rinsed because all his troops were better than mine. My tactics were there, and he did say, "Is like Jesus." Like as soon as when that cavalry came up from behind me, I thought it was fucked. But I mean, he managed to counter it very well, and I watched his video, and I really recommend watching his video because he live records it. Jesus Christ, I was so fucked. I didn't realise how fucked I was until I watched his video, which happened 2 days, which was uploaded, I think, at 2 days after we actually had the battle. Because, I mean, I lost, and I saw that. I knew my infantry was shit, but I thought my cavalry would have done something. It turns out my cavalry had no bonus to cavalry, which I would never have guessed, because, I mean, they're melee cavalry with axes, so you'd assume that they might have a bonus to cavalry. Apparently they don't, so I don't know. It's just very strange for me. I'm not used to Attila at all. If anything, I'm more used to Age of Charlemagne, as I've said on several occasions. I prefer Age of Charlemagne, and I would have done better on that. But I'm not blaming the choice. I mean, I accepted to be part of the tournament, and I was totally accepted the fact that I was probably going to go out in the first round. Dragonheart's up against Ecoherenzel, who's some Canadian dude apparently. And Sistra's up against Alex the Rambler, so that would be fun to watch their sides. I mean, we're all 3 of us are supportive. I'm also going to watch Overkill's video. He's up against Prussian Prince, I think, which will be really interesting because apparently Prussian Prince is like an insane tournament player. But that's the thing, like, it's a level. I've been part of actually 2 tournaments now, in a very out of nowhere, and it's kind of one of those things that I'm not really used to being part of. And I know, like, Dragonheart as well, not really part of tournaments, and Sister is never part of anything really, except for the podcast sometimes when he decides to show up. I know you've both showed up every single podcast bar the last one. I know I fucked up the last one. I meant the first one. You showed up. You didn't show up on the first one. Anyway, But yeah, I mean, tournament scenes aren't really what we're used to, and there is actually quite a large Total War tournament scene on the casual. I mean, obviously tournaments are competitive, but I mean on the casual competitive, like no money amateur kind of, just for the lols. And it's really good, and it's the kind of thing that I really enjoy being part of. And I remember being part of several for Rome Total War back in the day, a very long time ago. Those are really fun. I really enjoy doing them, but it's not that kind of thing that I get. I mean, the only reason I got into these tournaments is because I'm a YouTuber more than a player, which is very strange to think about that, because I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber at all by any means. Even on the Total War front, I'm on the mid-tier, on the lower mid-tier at that. And it just feels weird to be asked to join a tournament because of my YouTuber status. And it's like, okay, am I influential in any way? Am I really that influential when it comes to the tournament? It's just weird. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. As soon as Warhammer hits, I will be definitely doing more online than I would have done for other stuff. Because I'm going to be playing that game constantly. I can't, just from watching, like, when it was first announced, I knew I was going to play it constantly, but I got a sort of, like, my hype sort of dipped around, like, December, January time. Just sort of dipped, and I was like, well, I might play, like, a few campaigns. I doubt I'd be playing anything else. I play that game very often, and then just from the videos we've been having since like February, March, especially with the announcement of the well, not the announcement, but like the showcasing of the vampires and the siege battles and the new way that magic works, my hype has gone back up, and it feels really good to be able to see that and be happy, really. I'm really looking forward to that. So there we go. That's my Update Monday. I hope that you enjoyed this video. There's no real other news, kind of, really. I haven't been watching a lot of stuff because I've been with my grandparents doing grandparenty stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you had a really good Easter, guys, and I will see you, well, this week video wise. We've got my French videos, we've got my showcase videos. Don't think there'll be much else. I'm going to be focusing on my assignment for next week, so there will most likely be streams on the weekend, but other than that, I cannot guarantee any other videos other than the ones that I've just mentioned. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you haven't done so already. Check out all my videos. My showcase videos for my Warhammer 40k armies will be up in the coming hours, or hour actually. There's 3 of them going. My other laptop has just announced that Windows 10 is available to me if I ever want it. Thank you, Windows. I am aware I will not be updating you. Fuck off. So there we go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.